2D Nima. So I've got my character imported, ready to set up the bones. Now, in order to set up the bones, you do need to use a little bit of anatomical knowledge. For example, where things bend. So first thing we need to do is we need to actually create our bones. Now, I'm going to start with the head. So actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to start at the waist. So upper torso, I'm going to move and click to there. So that's going to all be one piece. The neck is going to go to there, and then the head has its own control, so that's going to go to that point. So all I'm doing is I'm clicking as a general place of where the bones will actually go. I'm then going to select the torso, and I'm going to come over to the front arm, and that's going to give me a collarbone going across, or the equivalent of a collarbone. Then going to set an elbow and down into the hand. I'm not going to worry about the fingers. I'm just going to go down into the hand. Back over to the torso, because we need to do the collarbone, the elbow, and the wrist, and the bones between them on this side. So that's the skeleton layout for the top of our body. From the hips, we're going to want the bone to actually control the movement of the hips. Then we're going to want to go out from that bone to the actual hip joint so that we can do our knee, our lower leg, and our foot. Coming back up, go out to the hip for this leg, and again you'd want to be doing the knee, lower leg, or the ankle, and the toes. So now I've got a skeleton rigged up, I need to put all my different images with the relevant skeleton joints. So I'm going to go to my hierarchy now. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start grouping stuff together, because there's a lot of this which doesn't actually need to be separate. So, for example, the visor, which is on its own at the moment, would actually link to the head, unless we wanted the visor to move on its own at some point. Although, theoretically, we should still be able to do that. I'm not sure whether it allows us or not. Then we'll put the eyes in, link the eyes. We're going to link the earpiece. And all the hair. The hair can go with the head. Hair tends not to move away from the head. Mouth, that can go in with the head. And we've got back hair up here as well. So all of these, once I find them all again, that's it, can go in with the head. And let's just drag and drop all of these in. Now when we connect the head to the bones, the head with all of the bits, the mouth, the eye visor, the earpiece, the actual visor bit, all this hair is going to move with the head. And then we can actually collapse that down so that it's not too horrendous to see. Fingers and the thumbs. Shift click to select all of them. Oh, okay, maybe not. So we're going to have to do these one at a time, but these are all going to form part of the right hand. And we've got the left hand with the fingers, and the thumb can go in there. I'm just going to minimize that. Now, there's a right foot top, which is the round circle bit, which is a good idea to link with the right foot. And the same left foot, left toes. There should have been a one. There should be a one for the left side as well. Only I appear to have actually lost the one on the left side. Either that or I've accidentally put it in the hand. No. Okay, I've obviously accidentally put my left foot top somewhere. Ah, there we go. Accidentally put it in with the head, so let's put the left foot top with the left foot so that that will actually animate together. So now we just need to link our bones to our different sections. Now our root bone, which is the bone that we set to start off with, is there in the middle. And connected to the root bone, or connected actually to that first bone, not the root bone, is the torso. So we drag the torso down to the first bone. That's that one set up. Our next bone is this one here. In fact, it might be worthwhile actually renaming these so that we've got something like, actually get this to work. Torso bone. So if you rename it as you go, you'll know as well then which bones are actually which is going to be easier, a lot easier, to actually work with. So this bone is our neck, and we're going to grab our neck from the hierarchy and drop it in there. Last bone, this is our head, and somewhere in here we have a head, so we can drag and drop our head to link it to the head bone. And then you keep working along those. Not every bone is going to have a body part. So the shoulder, for example, doesn't actually need to link to anything. It's just there to make the connection. So if I go shoulder, then we know to leave that blank. And this one is the upper arm, or just the arm as it's called on here. Now, the upper right arm, so we'll make sure we get the right one. And then I'm just doing this in sections for a moment. Upper right arm, this bone, let me edit it, is the hand. Right hand goes into there. Collapse that bit down to the shoulder. That's the next shoulder bone. So this one here, obviously renaming as you go, because this is very good practice to do so. We'll drag and drop in there, left arm and left hand into there, and then we've got the legs, the hips and the toes and the feet to put in. Same process, click to find out which one you are on. So that one would have the hips. The next one is not going to need anything. We've then got left leg going down into there, left foot goes down into the next one, left toes down into the final one, and then we can collapse all of those. And then we've got that one which doesn't have anything on that side. Right leg, right foot, and right toes. And rename as you go, because then it is a lot less confusing when you are actually setting up. Now I'm going to close my hierarchy. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab the IK pose tool. And we're going to start off, we're going to pose the foot. So there is my foot, rotating quite happily. I can rotate from the knee, and it will move everything as I rotate. So I can put this into whatever pose I want to put it into, and the images will move with it. Is that right? That appears to be right.